What is going on, guys? Today we reacted to a Moistcritical video. You do not hate Nintendo enough with how terrible the company is, because honestly, bro, I swear the Switch 2 is a scam. I think this might actually make me hate them more. But I do hope you do enjoy this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get right into it.
I'm not a big Nintendo enthusiast. Love
I'm
their
not
games,
either.
Hate the company. I have not bought a Nintendo
some of the
product in
games
a
are alright.
long time now, and I don't have any plans on starting anytime soon. I just do not agree with the company's business practices. Full stop.
Business
And
bad.
I
Oh,
am-
like, I'm pretty sure she probably just talking about how they sue Power World and stuff, because that shit kind of fucked up.
Proven time and time again to be on the correct side of history with this personal decision of mine. I cannot stand this company.
What are we
I'm
just
sure a
talking
lot
about,
of you
though?
are seeing the headlines right now about how Nintendo has successfully filed a patent in the US on summoning a character and letting
Oh
it fight
yeah, I heard they
another.
got away with it. This doesn't make sense, man. How it's kind of like the Shadow of Mordor, where they patented like that one system and then you just can never use it again. It's so disgusting.
Basically, the media is claiming that this patent is going to stop other games from having summoning that will allow
having
the
summoning.
summon
Oh.
to follow you and fight others for you, which is a very basic game.
Someone had them fall and oh, what the hell? And it's gonna be taken out of like. So wait, does that mean Power gets shut down?
Play mechanic for tons and tons and tons of games. Summoning has been a staple in gaming since the beginning of time, since the
I can't
the
think
first
of-
couple of cavemen banging stones together.
I honestly
thinking
can't
of
think of any other games other than like Pokemon and Power World.
video games in his head. Summoning has just always been there. Obviously, this is laser focused on Power World because Nintendo
Yeah.
is deep
No,
on
that makes
that
sense.
case. They're pulling out all the stops. I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to recruit God Almighty to come down and smite Power World HQ for the sin of stepping on Pokemon's
so fucked up.
creature-catching toes. But tons of people are worried with the way that the patent is currently filed that this will hit things far beyond just creature-catching games. It will hit tons of products that have summoning as a mechanic.
Can I
which is
get
very
a-
basic
can I get an
gameplay
example?
element. So things like Final Fantasy, Shin Megami Tensei,
Does Final Fantasy have summoning?
Persona, or even
Persona.
classes in video games that use pets and minions. So
Oh,
like
I
Diablo
didn't think of
with
that.
necromancy, World of Warcraft with Hunter, where you'd summon your pets to go attack the bad guys, that kind of thing.
Bro, wait, can Nintendo rival Blizzard / Activision? Can they go against that massive powerhouse? Because I don't know if they
believe
can.
that this patent is also potentially going to have ramifications on that, which again is a very basic gameplay element that games have used.
Yeah, no, I
for
can agree with it
decades.
now.
And I've
Oh,
now
let's just say- I
read
don't
through
know.
the
I
patent,
didn't-
suffered through
don't-
all
yeah.
of those pages because I could
honestly, I
not
appreciate him for doing that because I did not read through the patent at all.
believe that this would even be something that could be successfully filed because it's unenforceable. Like, you can't expect every game that uses summoning to now not be able to do that because they'd, be fucking suckling off the teat of Nintendo's patent. There's
Suckling.
just no world where that would actually go through properly.
Unless-
It couldn't. And after the
unless-
agonizing misery of going through all of these pages, which at times feel unnecessarily bloated in explanations, especially their background, like, Jesus Christ, you could have boiled that down to like a page or two. Like, holy shit, that's like me explaining a peanut butter.
I hate legal fucking shit, man. Why is there so much stuff in their documents? It makes no sense. Well, actually, it does make sense, but like, give me a summarized form for the public or something. Come on.
Butter and jelly in like fucking 2,000 words, but like, I went through all of this, and it seems like a lot of it is pretty specific. Though, I do think there is wiggle room for some broad interpretations of the filing. It seems like what they are
Okay.
specifically claiming are kind of pretty like laser guided on Pal World itself. It seems like they're mainly
That's
just
so-
using
that's so
patents as a
disgusting.
weapon solely for Pal World. But I do think it opens the door.
Oh, but
that
isn't
they're
there a new game that got like announced that has a very similar look to Pokemon and Pal World? That's like oh no, it looked like Horizon Zero Dawn, but like kind of. I think it was that one, and then I think there's actually another one too.
be
I
some
can't think of the
problems
names though.
down the line in other avenues, but I would be very surprised to see this patent actually having an effect on any games currently out there that aren't Pal World, which I still think is just dog shit. And I hate this direction Nintendo takes these days where they patent everything. Everything Nintendo's ever
Everything.
used in a game, Nintendo now wants to patent to stop others from even
It's
thinking
so
about
disgusting.
exploring creative options with those kind of mechanics. I think that is so anti-creative expression, and it is stifling to creativity in this medium. I think it super sucks. So even if this is specific enough to only hurt Pal World,
Pal World?
I still think this is fucking horrible overall. where anytime there's a game that they have issue with, they'll just patent things around it so that way they can more effectively take them down.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
So let's go ahead and take a deeper dive here into exactly what they've now registered, what Nintendo owns entirely that no one else can touch anymore. This is their holy grail mechanics.
So they already have this patent. These are the ones I'm assuming that they already have patents for.
Performing control of moving a player character on a field in a virtual space based on a moving operation input. Performing control of causing a sub-character to appear on the field based on a first operation input. And when an enemy character is placed at a location where the sub-character is caused to appear, controlling a battle between the sub-character and the enemy character by a first mode in which the battle proceeds based on an operation input, and when the enemy character is not placed at the location where the sub-character is caused to appear, starting automatic control of automatically moving the sub-character that has appeared, and performing control of moving the sub-character in a predetermined direction on the field based on a second operation input, and when the enemy character is placed at a location of a designation, controlling a battle between the sub-character and the enemy character by a second mode in which the battle
does the patent, is this like individual, like, so does this patent have to have like this feature, like all 5, 6 of these features happening at the same time? Because for the first 3, the first thing that came to mind were League of Legends characters like Shaco, Annie, Yorick, because they all have some sort of summoning ultimates, which is like falls under the second one, I'm assuming, because based on, and then the controlling one sub character to appear on the field, which, oh no, 3 and first inputs, like that's exactly what they do. You can control them. So is it like, if you have that, boom, Nintendo owns you.
Automatically proceeds. I know that jargon can be a little confusing and hard to understand exactly what it's saying. Unfortunately, that's just how a lot of patent filings sound, like somebody overdosing while trying to explain string theory. This article kind of breaks it down into like what exactly it means. So like, move character in virtual space, summon character, call it sub-character, by which means it's
that
not
literally
the player
is
character,
like,
for example, a little monster like a Pokemon that the player has at its disposal. Then there's alternating scenarios here where the sub-character is summoned in a place where there's already a character, so then it will fight. And then it is summoned in a place where there is not another character, so it doesn't fight immediately.
Wait, that's kind of, that also, the number 4 and 5 there, that kind of falls under like, I think if you have like auto attack on, if you just go like, you say you're Shaco and you go alt, like it'll just auto attack the nearest enemy, but then like if there's nobody nearby, it's just gonna follow you.
It was about sending the sub character in a direction, then letting an automatic battle ensue with another character. Then if you look at their flowchart,
that's literally League of Legends ults.
Have like the entire thing broken down here about the field processing. You move character, control enemy character, they come in contact. Basically it goes through what a battle looks like. So then throwing motion instruction, and then it goes through their checks. Is there
throwing motion? Where's throwing motion? Oh, at the bottom there.
And then if there is, sub character will appear. Sub character fights. Basically, if you read through this, it is like the Pokemon formula. This may be a look at the Krabby Patty and what goes on it here, but this isn't actually overly relevant to the patent and their claims in it. This is them laying out their flow as examples of their processing and how all of it plays out. That is not what they are specifically targeting. So that's figures 18 through 22, and they're shown as an example of how their processing is executed in these games.
So much info.
The patent isn't aiming to just patent everything you read in that flowchart. Reading through this patent, it is looking at these sub-characters that get summoned, and if they are summoned on top of an enemy in a persistent environment, it will automatically fight the enemy. If it is summoned when there is no enemy present, it will follow the player around performing autonomous actions, that kind of thing. Specifically, I believe it would be manual versus automatic. So if a game has both manual and automatic battling for these summons, then these would apply. So like,
that's literally League of Legends.
Summoned skeletons or something as a necromancer, if there are no enemies, they will go find one and then automatically fight it, I believe would then be an application. Again, it is pretty confusing.
Yeah, no.
But what they're listing here with their Pokemon flow is just examples of what like they have and what they aim to protect through these patents. The claims are the important parts of what they are filing. Which,
honestly, like, I don't think you should be able to like mechanics for gaming. I don't think you should be able to like control over or get like legally protected, because it just like it's just so dumb. Because like I feel like you just I don't know how to explain it. It's just like there's so much stuff, that creativity that just gets held back. And then Like, but like character wise, like if you're thinking about like big characters like Ezio Auditore, like you literally should not be ever be able to use those guys again unless you're the original company. That one literally makes sense.
Interpreting is pretty broad, and there is room that it could be viewed broadly. Like, yes, it seems like it looks to
Yeah.
put the lock and key on Nintendo's toys so no one ever gets to play with them again. But the way that you can read this filing does apply to more than just like the creature catching aspect of Nintendo Pokemon games and stuff like that. Like, I can understand confusion because it is confusing. It is
Yeah,
weird.
no, it 100% was.
It is messy, and this is
stupid.
entirely uncalled for and unnecessary. And even
That's
again,
why I'm
if it
not a
is
lawyer.
specific to Power World alone, this threat of a patent that Nintendo owns around summoning and certain things with summoning might just be a deterrent from someone else out there looking to explore a creature catching game or a game that uses some kind of
100%.
summoning mechanics in like a container, because Nintendo now has like the Pokeballs and like creatures held in something that you throw. Like, them just having so many patents that they squat on and them being as litigious and aggressive as they are, that in and of itself can just be a weapon. Like, that fear of Nintendo coming at you legally.
And like it's not just that, it just like stops all the creativity too. Like there's gonna be no innovation. Not even like gonna start about how they have like the Switch 2 and like how, dude, I don't know why you're not making a PC version so you can actually have like a better game. Like you're just gonna, just because you want to sell more Switches, like fuck off. Like honestly, like just get a PC fucking version where you can actually have more stuff going on in your game and actually make a good game. TBA, that's just that's why I think, I don't know.
Or one of your gameplay ideas that maybe doesn't have anything to do with like Pokemon, but it could still fall under their interpretation of a patent, that now they don't want to like mess around with that idea anymore because they can't afford to get sued by Nintendo.
Yeah, and also like, dude, like imagine they're like, honestly, I think they're only gonna be suing like companies that do well too. But like, if imagine Power didn't do well, they probably wouldn't even like do like even put a patent in, or maybe they would have. They probably still would have put a patent in, but they probably wouldn't have like sued them or anything. But since it did so well and they got so much slack for having such a better game, or so that they didn't have as good of a game as like an indie studio, then that's probably like, yeah, that's why they're probably suing them now.
Just having all of these patents that are applying to broad ideas, even if they are specific enough in the actual filing, is still just scary to a lot of developers, I imagine, that can't afford to be targeted and attacked by Nintendo, even if they haven't done anything wrong.
Yeah, there's so many
So they
studios
might
like
not
that.
even take the chance of making that game. I just think it is just so shitty across the board. I feel like I got a little lost in the sauce on my explanation. Basically what I'm saying is, even if these patents are specific enough to only target Power World, which again I think is already shitty in and of itself, but even if it doesn't apply to other things, the confusion around these patents, and since they are targeting very basic gameplay ideas like summoning, people that are developing a game that uses summoning in some way that is even remotely adjacent to a creature catcher
that's literally
might be
Legend.
hesitant
Except for
about
catchers. I don't
pulling
know
the
what
trigger on
catchers.
development and going down that path because they could be afraid Nintendo would target them because of this patent. So like, them just going down this path of patent everything, even if it doesn't target everyone,
dude,
everyone.
And
now
what's
has
worse
to
is
be
that like, if they do it and it succeeds, other companies will do it too. Other bigger companies will do it too. It's actually so insane.
aware of that and be like kind of worried, like, well, what's Nintendo going to do with it, and does it apply to my game? Is my game falling under these specific criteria? Because it might be, I'm not really sure. So
It's
it
hard to
just
say,
becomes
yeah.
a big problem across the board in my eyes. It just attacks creativity. It just makes it harder to explore ideas from other people because Nintendo might come after them. And Nintendo is not shy about going after like literally anybody. They will target someone that only has like 5 followers on itch.io if they think they stepped on their fucking trademarks or something. Like, they will. So it becomes just a blanket threat. Nintendo with patents is a grizzly bear with a bazooka.
It's fucking
truly
dangerous.
Just unpredictable, but
You don't know what's
very
gonna happen.
dangerous for sure. Like, it is just a legitimately concerning thing for developers because
it's really bad.
Now Nintendo will enforce those patents strictly, and you're not entirely sure if, like, well, does my summoning mechanics fall under these criteria? Potentially, I'm not really sure.
And then like, you think about it, you don't know, and you still go through with it, and then all that time, money, and effort and passion gone because they just go, give me your money, you're getting sued, take your game off the Steam store or whatever. It's so gross.
It just becomes bad. I don't like it. I think it is super shitty, and I'm so fucking tired of Nintendo's antics. I still have no plans on buying any Nintendo products. That has not changed.
Same.
So, yeah, that's really.
Like, dude, after I heard about the Switch 2 coming out, and then like Mario Kart World only being on the Switch 2, and then on top of that, the game so got like the Mario Kart World is so expensive. And then you see gameplay and stuff of it come out, and it's not even that good, bro. Come on, it's like it's terrible. Like it's such a waste of money, and I'm not even gonna spend money on it. Like honestly, I'm pretty much done with Nintendo until maybe they like realize, hey, wow, I don't know why we just didn't go on PC years ago because we could actually make a lot more money because there's such a big demographic that we're not hitting for some reason. Business wise, I feel like it makes sense, but hey, man, maybe Nintendo's clearly a multi-billion-dollar business, so maybe I don't know. But I do hope you did enjoy this video. Please like, comment, subscribe. Come check me out on Twitch. Usually with stream. I don't know why I haven't recently. Maybe I'll probably pick it up again next week. But I do hope you did enjoy this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.